Hey everybody, welcome to our weekly team call. It is Wednesday. I am Kelsey and we are chatting tonight about a couple things. One is going to be running or participating in a free coach info group. So the benefit to leading a coach info group of any kind in any way, shape, or form is that you are informing people and kind of, as we talked last week, planting a seed with people about coaching. And we know that on our team and in Beachbody in general, nobody has the same coaching journey. Some people start off wanting it to be their side hustle in their business. Some people start off knowing it's going to be their full-time thing. Some people start off just for the discount or, sharing it with their friends and family here or there. There are all sorts of different coaching journeys. So as you're thinking about participating in or leading your own coach info group, I want you to keep in mind that there's no one type of person that you need to invite, because coaching can be beneficial for many types of people. And there are a couple different ways to lead these free groups. And I've done it multiple ways in the past. I've watched tons of trainings on different coaches, listened to national wake-up calls about how people lead their sneak peeks or coach info groups or whatever you want to call it. And I've done them for multiple lengths of time. Jen, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I first started coaching, we used to do like 1 hour, right? Like it was a 1 hour deal with Carrie, right? Like a
coach sneak peek. Yeah.
Now, did you like doing that? Like the live hour?
I didn't mind doing it, but I don't know how effective he was.
I was
Sorry, that sounded weird.
No, I agree. Because when you think about coaching, it's a lot of information, and to have everyone commit to like, hey, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're all going to get on and be on Facebook, and we're going to go live, and we're going to tell you about coaching. And while that's great, it's like exhausting. And I feel like a lot of people sometimes get overwhelmed with the information, let alone in an hour. So you could do it in an hour if you want. I know some teams do coach sneak peeks as a Zoom call like this, where you send people the Zoom link and you tell them, hey, at this time, this is what we're going to do. Platinum Presenters has started doing that every Thursday. There is like a coach info Zoom call, but they're, like an hour, but it's one person kind of just talking at you and giving you information the entire time. So that's one way that you can do it. Another way you can do it is over a day or multiple days or a week. And I think there are pros and cons to that. I used to always do 3-day, but I felt like I would lose people like by the end of day 2, and it was kind of drug out. It was nice because it's just a little bit of information each day, but at the same time, not everyone remembers to check in or what have you. But you could break it up that way. And if you ever decide that you want to run a 3-day sneak peek, I have a whole script of all the posts and everything that I used to do. I'm happy to send it to you. What I like to do now is a 1-day. And by like 1 day, I mean, that's 1 day everything is posted and people are just encouraged to go into our group on said day and watch the info that's there. In a national wake-up call, some coach said that she used a particular like video on YouTube that does a great job of like going over everything in 11 minutes. So I just use that. It's not even from our team that I know of. I don't know whose voice it is, but it's someone's, and she's just like talking about the coach opportunity and everything that we do, but it's not her on the camera. It is, stock photos from Beachbody, pictures from Summit, clips from trainers or workouts and Shakeology and things like that. So that's what I use, but you are welcome to make your own or go live or do whatever you want. That type of thing, talking about Beachbody. So my plan is to run a free coach info group this Friday. I would love for everybody to participate, but if you'd rather lead your own info group and talk about coaching and the benefits and things like that, you totally can. And I can send you what I have used in the past. But I want you guys to think for a minute and tell me, if you were a new coach, or if you can think back to when you were a new coach, what is one thing that you wanted to learn or know? Like if you could only pick one thing, what do you think it would be? What would you want to know as a new coach?
Probably how to like invite people.
Perfect. Jen, can you think of anything?
Not serious answers, no. I mean, I think, is that Jamie? Yeah. I think yeah, like how to invite, like what is my very first step? If I'm going to do this as a business or even as a hobby, where do I go after I hang up with you saying, welcome to coaching and here's your coach ID. Now what? Like what's next? And that could be like a list of everything, but.
No, that's good. I'm trying to think back, if you guys don't know. So Jen is my coach. And before I like started coaching, I remember telling her like, we need to go and have lunch. And I had like a whole notebook, like full of questions.
It is fantastic. I would rather someone like you than somebody that's like, okay, tell me what to do. I'm like, girlfriend, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's 5+ years here. So coaches like you are amazing.
So I think one thing I wanted to know was like how to make sure that, because I didn't know at first that I wanted to like full-time coach. That wasn't my goal. I wanted to like get my Shakeology paid for. So that was my I guess number one question is like, how do I make it worth my while, basically? So how can I make sure that every month I'm getting my Shakeology paid for? So I had Jen explain to me like not the entire like pay structure of Beachbody, but she broke it down very simply, like a new coach would want. Like, you hit Success Club, this is what you do, this is what your commissions are going to be, that's how you're going to get your Shakeology paid for. And then as I wanted to grow as a coach, I asked more questions. Jen was able to help me. And I think for most people, that's the way to go, is small bits of information instead of overloading them with everything. So that is part of what our sneak peeks are. Little bits of information to get people to ask more questions that come up to them. Some people want to know the entire, pay structure of Beachbody, which is totally fine. You can Google that. It's out there for everyone. But to try and go over stuff like that in an info group, I think to a lot of people would be overwhelming. So it's good to know how to invite people, what like your step one is going to be, and understanding people's intent with coaching, or letting them know that you can make it your own journey is huge, because if you know their goal with coaching, then you can kind of guide them, on the correct path. Deja, do you have anything that you remember wanting to know as a new coach, like at the beginning?
Sorry for my voice, guys. I'm still sick.
You're so sick, you poor thing.
Yeah, just a cold. Nothing pops into my head right off the bat. I had so many questions and there was so much information. I enjoyed hearing people's personal stories about kind of why they started and where they were taking it, and just seeing their enthusiasm. That was kind of reassuring. There wasn't anything really specific that I was looking to learn right off the bat. Like I said, it was a lot of information, and it was kind of a nice place to just have all of that in one spot where you can soak it all in and not have to do all this clicking and researching and talking to this person. So in general, it was good information, and I like the convenience of it, but
Perfect.
I wasn't looking for one question to be answered specifically, no.
That's good to know too. Another reason why I like the info group kind of setting is that it is less intimidating, I think, than hopping on like a Zoom call for the first time and not knowing who else is going to be on there. Are you going to be the only person? You don't know how to operate a computer, like, or whatever, I mean, If it's on
Right.
Facebook, I feel like everyone knows how to use that. That's a great point. I like that you were interested in hearing about the people that were already coaches, because that is key, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm planning to set up a Facebook group tomorrow morning, and it will have, I'll schedule all the posts for Friday, so no one will have to do anything. And I will post the link in our group thread on Instagram. But I will tell you, if you haven't experienced this already, trying to send people links to Facebook through Instagram it's not always smooth sailing. So if you have people that are interested in coaching, I always ask for their email and tell them, hey, like, great, so excited that you want to check it out. What's your email? I'll send you the link. It's going to be on Facebook. And if they have a question like, well, why do you need my email or whatever, just tell them, when I send links from Facebook through Instagram, it doesn't really work. So I will do that. And my goal is to not only invite, but to have 10 people commit to checking out the group. So I don't know what you guys have in terms of goals for helping people get started with coaching, but remember, it can be for any type of person. It doesn't have to be for just somebody that wants to build a business or somebody that wants to have a side income. So don't be afraid to invite literally anyone that you want. Shoot, there was something else I was going to say. Now I don't remember. Does everyone want to do this together, or is there anybody that wants to run their own? Speak now or forever.
At this time, I'm not ready to run my own. Like, I don't have
Yeah.
the time to put it together right now,
No
but
problem. And I will, just so everybody has it, I will share my Google Doc where I keep all of my posts, because literally it's the same every time I run a free group like this, or a Coach Info group. So I just copy and paste all my posts and use the exact same images for my computer every time. So I'll send that to you guys, and that way you can copy the whole thing and make your own, or use it in the future for that. Okay, last thing that I wanted to chat about really quick, and I want to encourage everybody to do this, not like a Coach Info group, but this is, in my opinion, a little bit easier, is to lead a free group, any type of free group. It can be for any length of time, but I recommend it being like a Monday to Friday type of deal. So the cool thing about running a free group is that, one, there's no stress in inviting people because it is free. Two, you can run it however the heck you want. There's no rules. Like, you want to post in there every day? Great. You want to post in there 3 times a day? Great. You want to require other people to comment or post stuff? Do whatever the heck you want. And it can be about anything. It can be a squat challenge. It can be wall sits. It can be water. It can be nutrition. It can be clean week. It can be anything. Literally any topic that you want. I put this on my story today and found it interesting when we were talking about in our thread things that we struggle with and things that we're proud of, and every single person said that they struggle with their nutrition. Kind of not surprising, right? I mean, that's something that a lot of people struggle with. So I'm going to lead a free group next week, and it's going to just be about nutrition. So every day I'm going to post a little, like, I'll have a tip of the day for nutrition. At some point in the day, I'll post like a recipe, and I'll help people, or I'll answer questions about how to just kind of start eating healthier to work toward your goals. That's it. That's all it's going to be. And I'm going to invite everyone. I'm going to put a post on Facebook. I'm going to keep putting on my Instagram story. I'm going to invite people that were that previously said no to being in a challenge group. I'm going to find new people that I can invite to this group. And then a couple days in there, I'm going to promote our FIT challenge group, because the goal of leading a free group is to convert those people into customers or coaches, because they see the value that you provide as a coach, and they want to continue to work with you to get closer to their goals. So if you were going to lead a free group next week, what would you want it to be about?
So I kind of do something already. It's on Facebook and it's a group, but it's like my Zaya and Beachbody together. So I try to do like every other day, like one thing Zaya, one thing Beachbody.
Nice.
And then, but I post something now at the beginning of the month. It's just like a 30-day workout challenge basically, but it's short. And like right now we're doing abs. December it was arms. January was butt, so just like one little focus. And then I like each day, like people comment, check done for day 19 or whatever. And then throughout I kind of say, oh, I learned this trick through this trainer on Beachbody, just to kind of like plug, like,
Perfect.
I get a lot of my stuff from there. I don't know.
That's awesome, Jamie. The fact that you keep up with that. And it's interesting to me how easy it is for us to post free value. And I mean, it's out there. You Google like 30-day squat challenge and you'll get a pre-made calendar with everything in there. And that's zero work on your part. Like you did nothing. But people don't realize how easy it is. So your job as a coach is to like, kind of provide that to them, and they see the benefit to you, having you in there.
Yeah. I just like made a folder of them now. So I have like some to choose from.
So easy, right?
But if you guys want in at all, let me know.
Awesome. Perfect. Jen, if you were going to lead a free group, what would it be about? You've done a bunch of free groups in the past.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't even think it'd be fitness related. I think it would just be like a devotional.
I love that.
Like a Bible verse a day or something to meditate on.
I love that. Yeah, it can literally be anything. Deja, if you were going to lead a free group, what would you want it to be about?
It's interesting that you said maybe not even fitness related. I was also thinking something more along the lines of, I love the short term, fitness goal too, but I thought in contrast to that, maybe like finding that 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever somebody can afford a day for self-care, finding that just quiet time for yourself, or just showing yourself that there is time in a day to do one thing that's just kind of helping you reset your focus, or just clearing your mind, whether it's reading for 10 minutes or staring at a wall for 10 minutes or listening to like a personal development podcast or something like that. Just finding that you time every single day for 1 week.
I love that. And the fact that you can think of, even just off the top of your head, like 3, 4, 5 different ways to challenge people to find that, small amount of time to dedicate to themselves. Oh my gosh, that would be so helpful. And what an amazing idea. I love that, and don't know that I would have ever thought of that. That's awesome. I love that. So last thing really quick, when you think about leading a free group, you guys, you can do it however you want. You can do it on Facebook. You can do it with the Challenge Tracker app. You don't have to have people log Shakeology or log a workout to use the Challenge Tracker app. All they have to have is a free Beachbody account in order to access that. If you don't want to have people go through the whole like get a free account thing, then you can do it. You could do it through email. You could do it through Zoom. You could do it however you want. And the benefit, like I said, is that there's no pressure in inviting because it's free. So you don't have to, at least I don't really worry about having that rejection, because I'm like, well, it's free. So like, I'm not really asking them for anything. I'm just providing value. And I think that also helps you build confidence in inviting, because you know the value of what you're going to provide. So if you guys ever need help, or you want to add the other coaches on this team into your free groups, we are more than willing to help you out or help you plan it. Facebook is amazing now and allows you to schedule all of your posts in advance. So you could do that on a Sunday for the whole week, Monday through Friday for your challenge, and then not even have to worry about going in there to post. You could just go in there to interact with other people that are commenting or sharing or whatever they're doing. I am going to set up my nutrition group on Facebook, and I'm happy to add you guys in there if you just kind of want to see what I do. But remember that leading a free group is a 100% no, I want to say no boundaries, and that's not the word I'm looking for. No, there's no structure to a free group. It can literally be whatever the heck you want. You can give away prizes. You can give away nothing. You can, I don't know, pick one person and do a shout out every day. I mean, it's literally up to you completely and 100% up to you. Any other words of advice about free groups? Anyone? No? Okay. All right. Did everyone think about a goal for the week? If you have it, tell me. I'm going to write it down. Mine is business related, and it's to get to SC10 by the next Thursday. Anyone else? It does not have to be business related. It can be anything related. It could be like, get over my cold.
That would be sweet. That's goal number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. Goal number 2, I have so many, but I want to do more inviting.
Awesome. Love it. If you need any help or anything, you just post it in our little thread. We'll help you out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Jane?
Mine is SC5. Going for this weekend. I mean, I know I'm close, but I'm
Yeah, you're right there.
SC5 by this weekend.
You got that. Jen?
I feel like Deja. I have quite a couple. A couple I don't want to share. Business related. It's maybe to do something, like
Move the needle.
maybe move that a little bit. Yeah, just to get my ass in gear. Excuse my French, but
Got
there's
it.
no. Right? Okay.
Perfect. Love it. All right, you guys. Well, this has been a semi-productive team call. I am going to set up our free group for Friday, and feel free to invite anyone that you want. I will make everybody a coach admin so you can add your people. And I'm going to make sure, and I will request this because it's gotten confusing before when we have multiple admins. Remember who you invite, and then you're in charge of approving that person to the group. So what I'll do is there'll be like membership questions or whatever. So when they request access, it will say, who invited you to this group? And then they'll type your name. And what's one thing you want to learn about coaching? And like, what's your favorite type of, I don't know, whatever, workout. And then they have to fill it in. But if Jamie invites someone, I'm not going to approve her person because I want Jamie to know that that person is in there. Otherwise, sometimes it like gets lost or confusing, or you can't remember exactly who, or you don't really know the person's full name because their Instagram handle is like, coolmom7, and you're like, oh, I know her name's Hannah, but like didn't know her last name was whatever. So make sure that you are in charge of approving the people that you invite. Don't approve anyone else, just your people. And I'll get that set up and sent out to everyone tomorrow. Excellent. All right, this recording is done.